Back in the early 1980s, the only major safety device in the automobile was the seatbelt, and it was not required by law then to wear one. Today, new safety features like anti-lock brakes, stability control, and airbags have really improved the safety of the automobile. They may have saved the life of someone you or someone else you know. Now, there was a new recent safety feature that was invented for the car, the xenon headlight. Now, you may be asking, what is wrong with the current headlight, called a halogen headlight? The thing is, pedestrian accidents have been increasing every year since the early 1970s to 2,700 pedestrians killed each year, according to the New York Times. Also, according to a University of Michigan Transportation Research Institute, that the main cause is because automobile headlights do not shine far enough in front of the vehicle at 45 miles per hour, as well as not shining to the sides of the vehicle well enough to see pedestrians walking onto the street. Furthermore, the USA Today has found that there are 1 to 2 million animal vehicle crashes each year because of poor lighting at night. Also, the State Farm has found that poor automotive headlighting has caused most of these accidents. Now, since I was 8 or 9 years old, I have been fascinated with automobiles. I had noticed that BMWs began to have, in the early this decade, BMWs began to have different headlights. I wondered if these headlights would improve automotive safety at night with these accidents that I previously mentioned. I studied headlights throughout my high school career and did a senior thesis on my last semester, as well as studying for this report. Throughout all the research I have conducted, I decided that the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration should require xenon headlights on all new vehicles. Now, first, I'm going to talk about the history of automotive headlights and discuss the halogen versus the xenon headlight. Then I'm going to discuss the many advantages of the xenon headlight versus the halogen headlight and discuss an issue coming up with xenon headlights. First, let's talk about the history of automotive headlighting technology. Xenon headlights use innovative technology compared to a halogen headlight. Halogen headlights use the first technology invented by Thomas Edison in the late 1800s when the light bulb was used with a filament. A filament is heated using an electric current until it glows and emits light. Now, a xenon headlight is fundamentally different because it uses a gas tube filled with xenon gases along with 11 other different gases. These gases are heated until it becomes supercritical plasma, and this plasma releases the light. Now that you know how a xenon headlight works versus a halogen headlight, I'm going to tell you the advantage of the xenon headlight versus the halogen headlight. Now, a xenon headlight, because it is a plasma-releasing gas and light, that it produces 200% the amount of lumens, the measure of light per unit area, compared to a halogen headlight. In the graphs shown on the screen, a xenon headlight produces more light in front of the vehicle and to the sides, as well as more intensity. Because xenon headlights produce more light, they produce more light to the sides of the road as well, as emphasized in this picture, with circles showing where the increased light production of a xenon headlight versus a halogen headlight. This increases nighttime safety because it gives you more time to spot pedestrians as well as animals. Also, as you may have noticed by now, xenon headlights produce a white light versus the halogen headlights' yellow light, as shown in this picture. This increases the reflectability of signs, paint, trees, pedestrians, animals, whatever you can think of. I can emphasize this point by using two flashlights. The first flashlight is a halogen headlight. It produces a yellow light and is not as bright or reflective as a white light. Now, this is a xenon headlight, which has a white light and is very reflective and increases nighttime safety. Because a xenon headlight is a beam of light also, it allows for new technologies like adaptive headlights. Adaptive headlights allow the headlight to be turned with the steering wheel on an oncoming curb to illuminate the curb to spot pedestrians or oncoming animals. As I have mentioned, there are many advantages of xenon headlights. But you may be wondering, are there any disadvantages of xenon headlights? Consumer Reports also is wondering this, and they had an article called Blinded by the Light, questioning whether xenon headlights produce more or less glare than halogen headlights. The Michigan Transportation Research Institute also had a study studying xenon headlights versus halogen headlights with discomforting and disabling glare. Discomforting glare is just a flash of light which allows you to do your task, but just gives you a quick headache or stuns you. Disabling glare disarms you from doing your normal task, and you are not permitted to drive anymore. They discovered that xenon headlights may produce more discomforting glare, but actually less disabling glare than regular halogen headlights. This makes them safe to use. Furthermore, automotive companies are creating new technologies to reduce discomfort and glare, like self-leveling systems that point the beam of the headlights away from oncoming drivers' eyes, as well as new sensors that respond to oncoming headlights and dim the xenon headlights. From what I have mentioned, you can see this clear. Xenon headlights are safe to use versus halogen headlights. From all I've discussed today, you can see that there are many clear advantages of xenon headlights. They produce more light to the sides of the road, as well as producing a white light which really increases reflection, only while increasing discomfort and glare by a little bit. For all these reasons, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration should require xenon headlights on all new vehicles. Now, the next time you're out purchasing a new vehicle, I hope you think of my presentation today. I hope it is a law by then, but if not, I hope you purchase a vehicle with xenon headlights. It may save you or the life of someone you know. Thank you.